Hey, welcome back to Alex Talking. I saw TRON Ares last night here in Orlando, Florida, and I just thought, hey, might as well talk about it because nobody's gonna give a shit about this movie after like 2 more days. And that's unfortunate. But given the fact that I saw it last night and can barely remember it, I think it is best that I talk about it right now. Now, there's a movie theater here called the Universal Cinemark, and they had an XD theater that was just monolithic. And they lit it up red and white for this. I got to see it in there, and it was really cool, man. I loved it. I don't want to wear this beanie. I'm tossing it right there. And I was like so ready because off a gummy, had a light cycle limeade, few small beers, and I really just dig the aesthetic of Tron. That's why I like Tron Legacy. Every Tron movie kind of has a mumbo jumbo story. Um, the last one had really cool visuals. Joseph Kosinski directed it, had a great bad bitch in it with Olivia Wilde. And this just had good visuals and great music. The last one had Daft Punk. This had Nine Inch Nails. The score was awesome, pulsating, and it made sequences of complete nothingness feel like the greatest cinematic thing you'll see that day. Which, a movie like Nobody 2, even when you're watching it in theaters, it's like, hey, this is like, if this is the only movie I watch today, it'd still be a complete piece of shit. This was like, hey, some of this was cool, some of it was very bad. I can't complain too much when Disney puts $200 million into movies and then they look like Thor 4. They've done that a lot of times. Even Indiana Jones, the fourth or fifth one, looked terrible for as big as a budget as it had. And I just thought that this, with going for it as much as it was, with a like $200 million budget allegedly, made no sense, but at least it looked like it. You know what I mean? Because we get so many blockbusters that don't. It's like, hey, the last time you made this, it didn't work out, and that one was good. You know what I mean? Like, Tron Legacy was good enough that Legacy sequels are a thing now, and a lot of part due to Tron Legacy. You know what I mean? And that still was a huge bomb. And I think that movie was good. And anybody who likes Tron is going to think that movie's good. If you track what I'm saying here, by making a sequel that in no way feels like that, but is just worse in every way, it's like, where were you expecting this to work out? Casting Jared Leto is a kiss of death for a lot of people, and honestly, it makes no sense for any blockbuster series to do this now. It does feel like a kiss of death to your movie, because after Joker and Morbius, mainstream moviegoers, the normies, have no idea about this guy's talent. They've never seen Dallas Buyers Club. They don't give a shit. They just think he's horrible. I thought he was fine in this. Greta Lee is being asked to do a lot as like a really great, talented indie actor. I thought she was actually a lot worse than him. She was doing a lot of facial acting, being asked to act a lot. Like, whoa, this is so crazy. And I thought it was coming off really poorly. All love to her. Like, this is not a role that you should ever really dog on an actor for, or a movie that you should ever really dog on an actor for, because it's kind of like when Catherine Newton was really bad in Ant-Man 3. It's like, oh, she doesn't know how to act opposite a bunch of ping pong balls and green screens. That actually just tells me that she's a pretty good actress. That's kind of how I felt about Greta Lee here. Because Jared Leto is the exact same as he was in something like Morbius. He's playing like a quiet, awkward guy, but he like also is explaining why Depeche Mode is like better than Mozart, and that's like, little silly, little fun. There's some good, there's some bad. I I don't really think that the story of this was worth making a third Tron though. And that's where it's frustrating. As someone who likes Tron so much, it's like, well, since they put all this money into it and it's absolutely going to bomb, which it always was going to, no matter what. I hope the movie's at least good and worth making a third Tron. It's not. It's just not. It just is like, oh no, it's been 15 years. Make another Tron. Maybe that IP will work. All the other IPs haven't worked. If you can't make Indiana Jones work, if you can't make Star Wars work, I hate to turn this into like a, dude, Disney's so bad at making movies right now argument, but dude, Disney is so bad at making movies right now. Like, This shit's atrociously, like, misguided and just bizarre as an even attempt to make this a successful $200 million blockbuster. And I hate to keep harping on that budget, but it presupposes the idea that Tron Ares will make, I don't know, $600 million? And, like, why? Who would even think that that is possible in this modern economy and climate? You know what I mean? Like, we're living in a post-pandemic world. Tron Ares is never going to even cross 500 million at the box office. You need to make a Joseph Kosinski level Tron to even hope to get that close. And this is from the director of the last Pirates of the Caribbean, the last Maleficent, Young Woman in the Sea with Daisy Ridley's his best movie. This is just a slop. This is Disney slop. Better than some of them, worse than others. Nothing interesting is able to be said about it because at the end of the day, it was made to try to make money. It's not made because someone said, hey, you know what would be a really cool idea for a third Tron movie? Do you know how fucking stupid the title of this movie is? Tron Ares. Ooh, what does that mean? It's Jared Leto's character's fucking name. It doesn't get deeper than that. What I just told you is why this movie's called that. If your movie is just Tron, the character's name, then call it Ares. Make it a sci-fi AI slop about, you know, Jared Leto's character and just call it Ares. Shoehorning Sam Flynn in there? I mean, Jeff Bridges played it like the dude. That was the funnest part, that Jeff Bridges just played the dude Tron. And yeah, man, this is like the type of movie that I can see it kind of being like a Jurassic World, like 3 or Jurassic World 4 type, depending on how shitty you think those movies are. But the way I view them, it's like, that was a really bad blockbuster with no effort put into it, no quality put into it. I apologize for the noise. With no quality put into it, no effort. And it's just like, okay, here's your third Tron. And the last one. I can't ever see them getting to make another one of these. And I know, like, it's the type of thing in the moment when a movie bombs, it's like, oh, they'll never get to make another one of those. But this is the most I've ever been like, yeah, no, they never touch that again, because they obviously can't get it through their head that they can do it in any way other than doing it the most expensive way possible, which I get the first Tron was too, and it's a revolutionary movie with CGI, but also that's just not how movies have to be made. And this isn't revolutionary in any way, and this isn't a movie anyone will reference or remember. You know, visual effects in Avatar 3 are going to be way better than this. And, you know, One Battle After Another just came out. You know, who cares about visual effects? The filmmaking in that is on a different level. So overall, I'd give this movie like a 2.5 out of 5. I know that this sounded really negative the whole way through. And it's just because, yeah, the only positive I can say is that it looked good and it sounded even better. And to me, those positives go farther than they do for some other people. If you do go to a movie mostly for story and script, this is like a half a star, 1-star movie. But as someone who goes to the movies to be entertained, I didn't hate my time looking at this movie. I thought the music was absolutely great. 9 Inch Nails crushed it. And the visuals were admittedly worth the budget and the price of admission. So even though it's completely misguided, you won't see another Tron for a while. And I guess it's also because, and this is spoilers now, so if you haven't seen the movie, click off the video now. But 3, 2, 1, they want to do 50 more Trons. They set up at least 2 different, very big branching paths to do a sequel, including Come Get Your Snow Bunny, Olivia Wilde. And it's like, yes, I came because I wanted my Snow Bunny, Olivia Wilde. And you should have had her in this movie, not told me if I am good and I see this movie 3 times and tell everybody to go see it, then we'll make another. It's like, nah, you should have done that this time. Didn't work out, and just a little disappointed. Just a little disappointed and frustrated because I really do like Tron Legacy so much, so it's like, damn, they finally did another one, and it really, really was not very good. It was just fine, and more than anything, I won't see it in theaters again unless somebody asks me to, and I definitely won't watch this on Disney Plus when it goes there. I can't see a world in which I ever watch this. And I guess that's where I put it, like with Jurassic World Dominion or Jurassic World Rebirth, where it's like, yeah, I'll watch it if I ever have kids that ask me to, or I'll watch it if any, like my dad ever asked me to. but otherwise I will never choose to watch it, which is that weird 2.5-star space. Whereas something like, you know, Captain America 4 or Superman is the type of thing, if my dad asked me to watch, I'd say, watch that on your own, bub. So that's what I thought of Tron Ares. I hope you liked it better than me, even though from the sounds of it, not very many people are. So let me know what you think, and if you think that we're gonna get Tron 4, if whatever, man. I mean, shoot, this was mostly a rant more than anything, because Tron Ares kind of sucked. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. God bless.